Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Love Community Center. It is an honor to welcome you today as we celebrate the grand opening and the ribbon cutting of the Smithsonian Traveling Exhibit, Voices and Votes, Democracy in America. Today is a proud moment for Rush County. This exhibit represents history, democracy, civic responsibility, and the power of people coming together around something meaningful. It also represents the strength of collaboration, because a project like this does not happen because one person or one organization. It happens when people believe in shared vision and are willing to work together to bring that vision to life. On July 8, 1776, the Declaration of Independence was read publicly for the first time in Philadelphia. 250 years later, we gather here in Rush County to reflect on the voices, choices, leadership, courage, and responsibility that continue to shape our country. In places like Rush County, democracy is not something distant or abstract. It is personal. It is local. It happens when neighbors show up for one another, when volunteers give their time, when leaders listen, when organizations partner, and when communities choose connection over division. The values of democracy are alive in small towns every day. They are alive when we work toward common goals, when we care for our neighbors, when we protect spaces for learning and conversation, and when we build a future that includes all people. That is why this exhibit belongs here. The Love Community Center was built on the belief that community grows when people come together. Our mission is to create a welcoming, inclusive space where people of all ages and backgrounds can grow, connect, and thrive.
It is a privilege to be a part of welcoming the Smithsonian to Rushville, Indiana. Today we are opening more than an exhibit. Today we're opening a conversation. A conversation about where we've been, where we are, and where we want to go. The title of the exhibit is Voices and Votes, and these words seem pretty simple, but together they tell the story of America. Because before you ever had a vote, you first had to be a voice willing to speak, a voice willing to challenge, and a voice willing to dream. And a voice willing to say there has to be something better. Throughout history, there have always been people whose voices were ignored. Whose opinions were dismissed, whose rights were denied, and whose futures were determined by others. Many of us have never really experienced that. Most of us can't truly imagine what it would feel like to know that our voice didn't matter. To be told that you can work, but not vote. To serve, but not lead. And to dream, but not belong. This exhibit reminds us that the freedoms we take for granted were only dreams for someone else. Dreams that were purchased through sacrifice, purchased through perseverance, and purchased through courage. And purchased by ordinary people who simply believed tomorrow can be a better day.
Go. Yay.